Right now in the world, we are all stressed together. We are all feeling a bit let down altogether. We are also feeling a little defeated together, and it seems like nothing is actually going our way. Well, the reality is it is not going our own way, and that's the reality of things, and we have to learn to come in terms with that uncomfortable truth. But at the same time, we also feel like we haven't given up either. After all, we are humans designed to strive and thrive. We are built like that. I mean, you could be facing a massive problem right now. Like you got laid off, you haven't received your money yet, or you're filing for a divorce, or perhaps all of it together, coming together like a storm. I just don't wish that for you, and I hope you don't have to actually go through that. And you know, the strange thing is, the bigger problems, they stay in the background of our mind, in our psyche, and there is this perpetual anxiety that kind of plagues our everyday normal thinking. It hampers with our mental thinking. And on a daily level, when something less serious happens, like you didn't get your coffee right in the morning, or you can't find your keys, you burnt dinner, you forgot to lock your back door, you didn't sleep well last night. I mean, the list can go on and on. You know what I'm talking about. And the strange thing about these negative experiences is it doesn't just stay contained with that one experience. They spread like a virus, right? They spread everywhere. They seep into every aspect of your life. I suppose if you're having like a financial trouble, you will stress about it during dinner, for example. And while something doesn't fit right during dinner, doesn't fit right with you, you lose yourself, and there's this massive outrage, and there's this anger just spills over you. And if you're having like a relationship trouble and you've just left home after a very heated debate, after a very heated argument, and while you're walking on the street, you hear the dogs barking and you hear some people talking very loudly, and there you go again, you lose yourself, and there's this outrage, anger spilling out of you. It feels like our whole life is like a mess. Like our small problems, they leak into bigger problems, and that little mess can influence all the other areas of our lives, until we have learned to keep our emotions matured, and until we have learned to isolate each problem through a different lens of perception. And followed by all of this, we tend to get into a very negative self-talk, like life is shit, life is hard, I don't think I can do this, I'm not worthy of this, I don't deserve this, everybody in this world is bad, and you know, it can go on and on and on. Something very important to remember here is none of this negative self-talk reflects your reality. Rather, it's a perception of your reality, but it's not your reality. But if you have your vision and your goal in place, which is like a system of long-term thinking, and if you have the ability of seeing all the way through the end, then knowing this will take you through the crisis. It'll help you maneuver. Now, to deal with this, we really need to shift how we view the problems and how we view the world. We need to adopt a powerful, clear, optimistic, and a very sophisticated approach of looking at the world, or looking at the problems, and looking at the entire situation. And meditation and mindfulness really works with this. And this is also self-mastery, because if you've learned to isolate, compartmentalize problems differently, you can deal with it very differently, very effectively, and let it not ruin your entire life. Just because there's a problem here doesn't mean everything has to be in a problem circle. We get to the problem, we isolate the problem, we solve the problem, and let everything else be into a complete sanity.